All right. Hey there, coach. Look, if you're watching this video right now, I'm willing to bet you have interest in understanding either the big picture or what all the steps are involved in hitting big monthly revenue and profit figures each and every month and to have continued growth with your service-based business online. Now, I have a solid presentation here that kind of breaks down everything. It gives you the big picture from very top to bottom for folks who are just getting started, learning, etc. So that way you have a full understanding of what's needed for your business. Now you'll be able to understand if you can do this yourself, if you want to do it yourself, or if you want faster results and want to hire an agency like ours to get this going for you. So before I start rolling into all of it, there's some kind of housekeeping rules I want to break through. I have no interest in wasting your time. Everything on here is proven and is guaranteed to continue to work for years down the road as your business grows. Again, this will all be very easy to comprehend. I'm going to be providing you with an immediate understanding of the next steps and how you can achieve $10, $50, even $100,000 months in your coaching business. Now, there's a lot of talk out there too of you could hit $50,000 months. That's great, but $50,000 in revenue when you spend $45,000 in ads doesn't give you a lot of profit. We're going to talk about profit here, the best methods for getting profit and what you can choose to use to move forward, or if you want to work with the strategic team to map that out for you so you're not wasting your time and money. And one last piece here, if you stick to the end of everything I'm going to show with you, you'll then be able to understand really the full picture. Here's the big picture, but the full picture behind it. So if you jump off early, or if you don't stay to the end of the entire lesson here, you're only getting a part of the view, which is part of your conversions. So everything in here is equally as important. So let's get started from the very top. So super high level, at a bare minimum, you must know this. Let's get started with it. And I want to start with some quotes here that are extremely important that we're going to reference throughout this entire presentation. Like the first one, money hates confusion. This goes throughout every step of your entire funnel, all the stages in your funnel, and just with marketing and sales as whole. If the people that you're trying to sell and get engaged with the services or products that you have don't understand it and there's confusion behind it, you're going to lose so many of them. How many times I've seen with clients where they have websites or pages where there's loads of information, so much information, and it just becomes overwhelming to the viewer and they don't get it and you lose them. Money hates confusion. Remember that. Next one. This entire operation is a game of numbers. It is a game of numbers. If you can map out how many people come at the very top of funnel, you'll be able to calculate how many people come out to the bottom of the funnel after a strategic method from step to step to step. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. It goes off of my last model right there. This goes with really anything with online marketing too. If you cannot measure it, you can't improve it. Now, there's others out there that will say, hey, if you just do this DM automation with ads that send to a Calendly link that do this, etc. If you don't know how many people are seeing it and how many people are clicking it and how many people are showing engagement in it, then you can't improve those steps. That's where a funnel is masterful in creating a system that can engage and understand what your analytics are. Every top earning coach in the world is using the methods I'm about to share with you here today. Couldn't be more true. Every single one. If you're not consistent, you'll quickly lose your momentum with all of your followers. That's the last quote I have here. This can be more as well true, even with working on your business as a whole. Now, eventually the goal is to get to a point where you could take a week off and everything's running for you, which is great. And the goal to hit those $100,000 months is you're no longer involved as much and you could take a week off and it could still run. Where in the early stages, if you take a week off, it flops, which I get it. Next piece I want to kind of break down as a critical component. What is a funnel and why do I need it? Great question. A funnel in its simplest form is the step-by-step process that is designed to convert people who have no clue who you are, very beginning, all the way to loyal, raving customers through a measurable, I say source, but measurable system in place. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. It's taking people that have no idea who you are all the way down to being loyal customers, raving and bringing you loads of money and increasing your monthly recurring revenue. There are 4 main stages to a funnel that you need to focus on. Those 4 stages I talk about. You're going to hear a lot of different variations of this, but how I label them is this. There's awareness, interest, purchase, and loyalty. We're going to break down all of those here below. And without a proper funnel, your business will never be able to scale measurably. There are loads of folks out there running ads saying you can hit your first $20,000 a month, $50,000 a month. And that may be true, but will you be able to hit it again the month after that? Will you be able to grow after that? Is your profit increasing or is just your revenue increasing and you're spending more each month? All big differences. Without these steps I'm about to share with you, you can accomplish both revenue and profit growth month after month after month as your entire system then becomes really an ecosystem of funnels. Now I have here an image of what I say with the funnel, an example of a funnel. We've all registered for an event before, Eventbrite or an in-person event or anything along those lines. And in this example here, when I talk about step-by-step, first step is register. Next step is thank you. For example, step after that is, hey, do you want to buy something else? Next step is thank you for purchasing or thank you for ignoring. Well, we have one more thing for you. Oh, great. Add it to your cart. Here's a special offer. Thank you. Every single step is measured. So if 1,000 people come in the top, you're able to see that 60% come to here, 50% go through here, 20% move through here, 5% move through here, 70% move to here, etc. And you can improve based on that, page to page to page. What kind of results can happen with a properly built funnel for my coaching business? Very important. You can quickly hit your first 10K month in revenue if you're brand new and getting started. You can hit it even if you've kind of started and not getting any traction at all. You can certainly do that. That is without question extremely possible and realistic. You can scale from 10 to 50K per month with ease when you have the proper value ladders inside your funnels. We're going to talk about value ladders, how you can build yours and how to map it out. You can scale from 50K to 100K per month by adding a team to fulfill the task needed within your funnels. Now, those are maybe setters, closers, what are called SDRs, and a marketing team to support the creation and the design. You can't just plug in one thing forever and that's it. Sure, marketing as a whole will bring you different opportunities to bring to your clients, whether it be Black Friday sales or events or in-person networking, you name it, right? There's loads of things that happen throughout the year. And especially when you have a team on your side that can do it for you, it saves a lot of your time. You will save easily over 90% of your time through the automations in place created inside your funnels. This whole process and system is meant to be automated and to save you lots of time. It takes a good bit of time to set everything up. However, once it's in place and the system's in place and the funnels are dialed in through your ecosystem, it's kind of set it and rock and roll from there and tweak as the weeks go on and as you look at the analytics. And hundreds of coaches worldwide, this is very true, hundreds of them have reached $1 million days, all by funneling their services through a properly built funnel ecosystem more than anything. Exactly what I'm going to show you here. Again, 0 to 10 to 50, there should be a dollar sign there, to 100K months. Without question. Now, last piece over here, questions you must know the answer to at a bare minimum. If you don't have answers to these, your funnel will be very difficult to convert, extremely difficult. So let me run through those. Do you want to establish a personal brand or a business name? Do you want to be the front person of a company or do you want to be the front person of your personal brand that has services that you branch out to? Define 2 of your perfect but realistic customer profile details. Map out who is your key target client. If you could have a room full of that person over and over and over, what does that look like? What age are they? What frustrations do they have? What are they looking to achieve? What are their dream desires? What's preventing them from getting there? What have they tried already? What kind of legacy do they want to leave behind? If you have at least 2, really 2 at most, of key defining components, then you can properly speak to them through your funnel so that way it resonates. And when you have targeted language to those 2 people, it's amazing what happens with conversions. You need to understand what is a dream outcome that these people desire. What do they want to be? What is the 10 out of 10 solution? You need to define the pain points that these individuals have that prevents them from achieving their dream outcome. So why aren't they getting their dream outcome? What's in the way? Preventing them from hitting this, and why aren't they moving forward? You need to understand all of the pain points that they're going through. What are you providing to relieve that pain point and get to the dream outcome? And how long does it take to achieve the dream outcome by using your service? Now, many coaches out there say, well, this is a bi-weekly one-on-one sessions and it could take months to get there. But what you can guarantee is within the first X period of time, we're going to map out your entire framework, you to the client, of what it looks like. And at that 6-week point or 5-week point or 2-week point, whatever it may be, it's different to you. We're able to understand what the problem is and then start to figure out this matrix of a solution and then work its way through all the sessions moving forward. We will have a solution map created for you. So there has to be some kind of a timeline in place. Why should they choose you or your business, right, as the trusted solution to resolve their pain? What kind of authority figure are you? Have you gone through this before? Can you resonate with them? Why you? There's so many options out there, or even if it's something creative that you're the only one that offers, they still need to understand why you're the person, because they don't know you yet or trust you yet or care who you are really. Why are you going to be the person that gets them to their dream outcome? And the last one here is outline proof that you've already helped others with this service, with testimonials or case studies. So again, that 4-step process here: awareness. What are the people saying in this phase? I have no clue who you are, but I saw something about your services for the first time. Interest. You've made some great points, and I might want to start looking more into resolving this problem. Or maybe they know they have the problem, and now they're understanding that you're the solution. Maybe they don't know that they have the problem. If they don't take action, what's going to happen? Purchase. I'm going to purchase this service because I believe I can relieve the pressure of my pain points with what you're providing to me. They're going to purchase for only one reason, because they believe that what you're offering is going to relieve the pain that they have, and they can go from their pain to the desired outcome, period. And then loyalty. Once someone purchases something, that's not it. There's still more back-end components to it. I'm a huge fan of what you've helped me accomplish, and I'm happy to write a review and tell others about your valuable services. Now, let's move on to the awareness stage. Okay, number 1, there are 2 main areas to drive awareness to people that you want to sell your service to. And those 2 options are free advertising or paid advertising. You can do organic posting on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and start creating content to get people aware of who you are and start getting subscribers and followers. Or you do paid advertising, which is without question the fastest way to target your ideal customer to put your services directly in their face. That's the big value in ads when done correctly. 2, there are 8 ways to generate traffic with free advertising. Okay? There's YouTube content, Facebook content, Facebook groups, Instagram Reels posts, LinkedIn groups, in-person networking, and leveraging referrals. So in-person networking, of course, is kind of out of the digital side of it, but many people say, I've gotten a bunch of clients by just going to local meetings and shaking hands, and that can work. Leveraging referrals, this is usually how it all starts. If you've got a good fan base and people believe in what you have, friends, family, colleagues, etc., they can say, hey, I'm doing this now. Could I be of service to you? Free way to do it. The pros, it's free to post as much content as you'd like. Put whatever you want anywhere, as often as you want, etc. You do it all for free, and you can do it yourself. And the cons of this side, they start off at least and realize, I don't have the patience for it, I don't have the time for it. It's difficult to edit content and follow best practices, especially in marketing. I mean, let's be real. Are you an expert marketer out there? Have you edited videos before? Have you used these software tools? Do you have the time to learn what works and what doesn't, and how to get it automated and in place? You have to ask yourself, how much time is going by you not gaining the results that you're looking for, and you trying to figure out these internal methods of creating and editing and posting content. You need to be consistent across all platforms that you're posting on. Now, I say all platforms. You may be posting on 2 platforms. You may be posting on 1 platform. You may be posting on all platforms. But if you are going to be posting, it needs to be consistent. There's nothing wrong with posting on all platforms, as long as your target audience is there somewhere. There's nothing wrong with posting on just 1 platform, as long as your target audience is there somewhere, as long as you're consistent. You may be asking, well, which one do I need to post on? How do I figure that out? Well, it depends on your expertise, of course, and trying to understand where those people are. That's where the help of a marketing strategist like myself and my business come in to help and say, here's where you can find them. Your momentum can slip away quickly if you fall behind. It takes much longer to bring awareness to a targeted audience that you desire by doing it with free advertising. If you want to do it over creating a YouTube channel, it takes a while to build a big following. You can do so. There are many methods out there to say you can do so quickly, but there's a difference between a targeted audience and targeted customer. Some people just have interest in what you're talking about and aren't ready to purchase anytime soon, which is okay. It's a long-term play. Now, there are 4 ways to generate traffic with paid advertising: Google advertising, Meta advertising, LinkedIn advertising, and cold outreach. 4 main ways, let's put it that way. And you might be saying, oh, what about SEO, Jim? I hear about SEO. I want to get SEO. That's important. Well, ask yourself this. Are people searching on Google for the solution that you have? Are they searching for the pain points they have and saying, who's going to help me fix this? SEO is a big term that's thrown out there. And for some businesses, it's great. For example, if you're a service-based business who helps with plumbing or with roofing, and if you have an immediate need for it, first thing you're going to do is Google roofer near me or plumber near me. SEO is the biggest play out there. And social media posting is going to be not nearly as important. So again, for coaches and consultants and those personal brands out there, running ads is going to be the gold component to it. unless you already have a massive following or subscriber list on a platform that you're already on. You don't need any previous online experience. This is one of the pros. Another one is you don't need a following on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, or LinkedIn. You can start from literally zero, start running ads, and start getting clients right away. And when done properly, your ROAS, which is return on ad spend, should be 4 times at minimum and 12 times on average, but also many times can hit 20, 30, 40x the return on ad spend. So if you spend $700 a month on ads on Meta, you should be hitting 4 times that at minimum when done properly. So cons, if you're trying to do this yourself, it's very difficult to learn proper advertising practices. It's extremely easy to mess it up and to blow a ton of your money if you haven't done it before and trying to figure it out to put it in place. You could be spending hours and hours and hours and hours of your valuable time trying to figure it out and it not working, and you can't get that time back. And you must match or compete with your competition. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can modify the wheel, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is what a lot of people think, well, let me just change all this stuff in here and it'll work. There's proven models out there for a reason. Use the wheel that's working. You need to film a strong hook video using fundamental marketing techniques. I say this is a con because there's so many ads out there people try and it just doesn't hook people. You could be having it right in front of your target audience, but if you're not using the right language, you could lose everyone right at the top. So having those strong techniques and fundamentals for marketing and getting people to convert is critical. Stage 2, interest. This is getting people interested in what you have to offer and pressing on their pain points and providing a solution. First piece, where are people directed when they have interest in your advertisement? Let's say you have an ad that's on Instagram and Facebook. The messaging behind it is fantastic. The video is fantastic. It's targeted to the right people. Your target audience goes, ooh, I need this solution right now. And they click to take the next step. If the next step isn't built out properly, you lose everyone. The goal is to have conversions as high or as strong as possible that meets marketing standards. And what is that? That could be sending them to private message to DM. That could be sending them to a funnel landing page to one or more of your services or offers. That could be sending them to a community that you have. As long as it's getting their contact registered into your full funnel system and you're able to track it, you need to be collecting their name, their email, their phone number, what their sticking points are, and really what your offers are as a whole. 2, figuring out what funnel maps are best for your offer. I say, so what funnel maps? There are tripwire funnels, there's opt-in funnels, there's squeeze page funnels, there's webinar funnels, there's sales page funnels. The list goes on and on and on. And each of those have their unique need for specific offers that you have. Now, for full funnel ecosystem build-outs, there's many funnels inside depending on what the service or offer is. The goal is to get people to say as many yeses in a row until they purchase everything that you have to offer. That'd be the ultimate goal. You could, if they see your ad and say yes, they've taken the step to move forward, they click that call to action. They see the next page and go, yes, okay, take the next page. If they say no, why are they saying no? And are you hitting them in a different direction to then get them back to saying yes again for something else? This takes several no's, this is the reality, along their journey. So it's important to map out why they would say no and redefine the steps so more people say yes. If you have 100 people come in and then only 5 people say yes, why are only 5 people saying yes? The likelihood is that their pain is so strong, they need it resolved right away, and they found that, okay, this guy is the solution for me. I haven't seen any other ads. I'm ready to take action right now. Their urgency is very strong. Whereas other people saying no is, I didn't quite get it. Maybe there was some confusion involved. You can also map out and understand where on the page they stopped, dropped off, and what's the sticking point? Why did they walk away? And how do you get them back in? Imagine if you were scrolling through Instagram and said, hey, buy my $20,000 course right now. Why would you do that? It always starts with typically a free offer, a low ticket offer, and working their way up in the value ladder, which we're going to talk about later. If the language isn't in place properly, it's going to be very difficult to convert because it's not a psychological emotion to logic flow. And I'll get into that as well too. So last piece in here, figuring out what funnel maps are best for you. It all starts really with a strategy. Are you looking to create a course? Are you looking to create a community? Are you looking to do one-on-one coaching? Are you looking to do group coaching? Each of those depends. If you kind of map out what you're willing to do, then you can understand how to best facilitate that and have it built out. And when working with us, we just want to help get you started, whether it's you do it yourself or it's for a done-for-you model. What does that look like? And how can you get the right pieces in place? And there's a link below in the description that gets you started. So front-end funnel. There are front-end funnels, there's mid-funnels, and there's back-end funnels. Here's an example of a front-end funnel. I have Google here going to one page, and then I have these social media sources going to these other landing pages. Why did I do that? This client was a personal brand where they had some pages that talked about their speaking engagements, how to get involved, another page that talks about more about them, and the front page, which is their funnel hub, which is really, hey, there's 2 other website pages here that don't really have a step-by-step system that we want to have as part of the website. But the services that we offer, we want them to go into those funnels and then go down that customer journey road. And for most people, it's one page right now that goes to book a call. I'll be honest with you, that does not work. And that is a huge sticking point why other funnels are working great and that one isn't. And I'll show you more on that as to why. Then we have these 3 social media sources. So let's say, for example, in this client's sake, they do one-on-one coaching, but they also do one-on-one coaching that's once a month, every other week, and then just in time. So at the front end here, capturing people, social media, what kind of coaching do you need to be a leadership expert in your industry, creating a lasting legacy for your name? Be one of their customer profiles. And in here, it could be a quiz, for example, as an easy free lead magnet. They take the quiz, they put in their name and email that you've captured, and the results could say, based on that, here's what you can achieve from this type of coaching. Press more to the pain points, twist the knife. Without doing this today, you are wasting every day moving forward, not achieving your dream outcome. Take the next step and move forward. Take my free quiz, and you'll be able to know exactly what may be a best fit for you moving forward. A lot of people are interested in that, especially ones who want to take action. You're able to capture their information, and they're able to go down through a customer journey process of, I took a quiz. I now know what results I have. I know what I need to do to take action. I've got emails reminding me on it. I scheduled a call with them to see what the next steps look like. I either talk to a salesperson or that personal brand person who's going to coach me, who sold me on that call, if you follow me there. A next piece in here for this person was retreats. Do you need a retreat facilitator? What does that look like? What do you have involved? Is there a checklist? Here's some things you need to have the ultimate retreat for your business, so that way you can build a strong employee and department engagement and camaraderie and growing your business that way. Another one would be, for example, I need an assessment done. What does the assessment look like? And that assessment could go to a paid item or a low ticket item. Here's what the assessment is. Here's what's involved. Here are the results you're immediately going to get, how quickly you get them. And from there, it could be, now that you've gotten your results, let's talk together about how I could best help or assist you. And you don't want to have too many service offers in there, then it gets confusing. But when you start building out that value ladder of offers for an upgrade, maybe it's a big ticket item, as long as there's a structure behind it, people will easily flow and give you their money if they know where they're coming from, what their pain points are, and they're building trust and authority with you. Number 4 here, these entities are critical for business element funnels for your business. It's emotion to logic copywriting. You could have a fantastic service, you could have fantastic results, but if they're in the wrong order and it's not spoken in a language psychologically that converts with people who are landing on these pages, you could be losing loads of people in the process. Adding to that proper copywriting formats. If the hooks of the opening page aren't written correctly or built to understand, here's why you're here and what I can do to help you, you can lose loads of people in that conversion process. When people come to your landing page without even scrolling, the first thing they're going to read is that front headline. You can lose them entirely right there. If they don't feel like they're a good fit, they could leave and walk away entirely. Value ladder offers: free, low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket, pie in the sky offer. What are those? The easiest way to get people from low ticket to high ticket is to get them in for something for free and work their way up, nurturing them through emails and additional content through social media or ads or email, different ways of getting in front of them again to remind them, hey, remember that problem you said you had? You going to address that? I've gone through it too. Take a look at what I've done. Hey, look, I care. I've been through the same road you are. I understand. I speak your language, stuff like that. Customer journey mapping. This entire process is a customer journey. What does that journey look like from step to step to step to step to step, and how they feel along the way? And this mapping is from emotional direction, from your leads moving through different content and connecting with them. What are you putting back in their face over and over and over again? How are you showing them that you are the authoritative figure that can solve this problem? So imagine seeing a billboard going down the highway for a rest stop that has, I don't know, the best or fluffiest pancakes in the whole state. And then you keep going 20 miles. What was that? What was that rest stop? What number was it? But the retargeting is the billboard after that, the billboard after that, the billboard after that. Saying, I know you want this. The target audience is people maybe it's strategically placed because The last rest stop was maybe 100 miles or 200 miles behind, and they may be hungry. Guess what? We had the solution to your pain point of the hunger. Come to our spot. So an analogy there that may bring a little bit more context and understanding to it. CRM, which is Customer Relationship Management. The tool that we use is called Go High Level. And ClickFunnels, System.io, Kajabi, etc. All of them are funnel building and website building, customer relationship management. What happens when someone comes in and opts into one of the services that you have or has interest to book a call? What happens after that? You need to be able to capture that contact info, send them automations, and understand where they're at in their customer journey map. You need to be able to track it, because if it's not measurable, you can't improve it, right? Funnel graphic design and development. You could have the greatest ads of all time, the best copy of all time, the best emotional to logic sequence of all time, the best pages of all time. If it's all black and white and there's no images and it's just letters, you're missing a critical component. Think of it. There are people who grasp comprehension by reading. There are others that do it through pictures and storytelling. You need to be able to hit both. What do I mean by that? Many times it's done through an analogy. The pictures of you, them seeing the process. If they don't see the process, you're going to lose out on those people who convert to pictures. So it's a critical component. Automations for emails to nurture the leads to sales. If someone comes to your page, they have interest in something and they kind of drop off because they got distracted with something else, are you following up with them in an automated method to get them interested again? How does that work? Emails or a phone call or DMs. There's lots of different methods. It all depends on what you're offering and what strategy behind the services you have. People who are booking a call with you can't manually be sending them emails one after another. If you've been doing this for a while, you get it. There are many tools and resources you can do. But what if it's all contained in one spot, just like LFG tool is? It comes simple and time saving to be able to have the automations in place to do the back end communication for you. Monitoring your CRO, which means conversion rate optimization. So you could build out this fantastic funnel, everything in place. You start watching the numbers, and unless you're optimizing based on what's working, you could take all these other formats that other people say, hey, coaches, use this exact template. It's going to work. It's not true. Every single one of you that's watching this has a slightly different offering or something special that you're bringing to the table. So there needs to be a strategy behind those specific services and the methodology of how you're building that funnel ecosystem. This goes back to, you need to say as many yeses as possible and start eliminating more and more of the no's. And adding video content where necessary helps by adding that personalized touch, especially for personal brands. This becomes a massive win because now they feel like you're talking directly with them and it's not just reading text or seeing images. Now, hopefully this is getting some great value for you or getting some understanding of what these steps are. Now, value ladder mapping. What does that mean and how can you build it out for your offering? So let me tell you what this means. As this graph goes up for your offers in your value ladder, the more value you get, the more price, the higher the price it is. Ultimately, the more time you're putting into whatever this offer is. And what the big guys are doing, they're hitting those six-figure months over and over and over and over and over again and increasing. What that bait is, let me help you through a quiz or through a survey or through a checklist or through a training video, discover that problem that you have. Free. If you like that, you're going to like this item for $27. If you like that, you may want to spend another $19 with that $27 order to get something else. If you like that, you may want to check out my 3-day training course for another higher price of maybe $500, for example. And if you like that, then you're going to want to speak with me in my team and talk with one of our coaches for some accountability behind it so you can start seeing your results faster as opposed to trusting yourself to do it. And all the way to the top, hey, join our big mastermind or join our inner circle, come to our big events. Here's our one-on-one coaching now that you've gone through these other steps and what that looks like. So the more it goes up, many times the more time that you're putting into it, the more value they're getting, the closer they're able to get to push and to relieve that pain point and hit their desired outcome faster. Perfect example, weight loss. I could go to the gym every month for $9 a month with Planet Fitness and lose 50 pounds. The accountability is all on me. I have to go and do it. I have to do all the hard work, the grunt, figure it out all on my own and figure it and through trial and error, eventually get to that point, hopefully. Or I could pay and have a personal trainer that does it for me, or I could pay an even higher amount of money and do liposuction, just have it all sucked right out of me. So how fast do you want the results and how much effort you're willing to put into it? It's a perfect example of a value ladder and offer for somebody. Now, next piece, stage 3, purchase. What does that mean? What happens right after they purchase their first service and then show them more value so that they want to pay you more and more and more of their services. This is where a marketing strategist that has done this before for years and years can help and guide you so you don't waste your time or do it for you. Making an irresistible offer through the value ladder offer structure. You need to make it so easy to want to move forward that is a no-brainer for them. It makes perfect sense, whether it's free or it's extreme and it's high ticket, meaning tens of thousands of dollars, for example. Creating nurturing emails to connect with you and your client and providing additional support and care. Once they've purchased something, maybe it's a book, maybe it's a resource, maybe it's a training, maybe it's a course, anything along those lines, what happens after? What does the customer support look like? If the system is broken on the back end, if once they pay, an email goes to their spam, there isn't a proper onboarding guidance through these steps, the frustration could really tick a lot of people off and they could say, I don't want to go with these people anymore. So you want people to remember, well, this was a great experience after I purchased. Those customer service layers are crucial. You can get loads of people up front and lose them and not have them want to go to continued sales during your loyalty phase. This means providing upsells, cross-sells, order bumps, and all these offers within the checkout funnel process, but also within continued funnel processes. But when I say within a checkout funnel process, I mean this. Here's the sales page. You go to order it. Now that you've liked this item, you'll love this item. You should check this out. Let's go back to the weight loss analogy I brought up in situation. Maybe it is a weight loss pill that is some unique organic formula from overseas that is proprietary and is helping people lose so much weight quickly through this pill taken twice a day. You say, wow, I need this. I'm going to purchase it right now. You type in your credit card information, next page. Whoa, before you leave, there's a 2-minute shot clock. If you like this, you're going to need this additional supplement that'll triple your results. Hundreds of people have used it and have gotten results right away. Okay, fine, I'll buy this. And then after that, now that you've purchased this, you need this other item and you can 3x those results many times. Great. I like it. If they say no to this initial upsell page, they can go to what's called a downsell after that. They don't want to spend $30 on another product, but they're willing to spend $15. You still want to capture them. And then once this purchase is done, then it goes to a back-end funnel from there. Now that you've purchased, here's the next steps. Here's how you can get started. Here's how we can help. Here's how you can contact us. Customer service, critical, and often a miss in the entire process. Now your value ladder examples here. Let me show. First layer in here for a coach, for example, may be an ebook or a consultation. It's a free 15, 20-minute consultation, for example. Maybe it's a book. This book is for free. I'll mail this to you. These are free lead magnets. Many times I'm sure we've heard this term, lead magnet. This could be a page, and really the only thing there is your headline, subheadline, a couple bullet points, a form, one button to press, and that's it. It's called a squeeze page. It's condensed and squeezed down to one little section of this is the only thing you can do moving forward. I'm not going to confuse you with any more information on the page. Your only option is to do this. And this is great for getting people in the door. And then once they're in the door, that's when you show them the next piece. For example, digital online courses, pre-filmed, showing them, here's how you can start doing that right now and start getting your results. A very DIY process. So you're moving from DIY many times to done with you to done for you. And for example, this could be, well, if you saw great value in this book that I wrote and in the consultation I had, you're going to love this. And if you love this first course for $67, you should check out this webinar that I have, this 3-day challenge, for example, where it's $997. And then if you really like this, you're going to love my one-on-one coaching. Again, the value has to be there. And we call this high ticket in here. It ranges per what industry, but for the sake of discussion, really high ticket, in my definition, is $3,000 and above. But the entry could be at that $300 point, depending on what your offers are. And that gets them to a subscription, for example. Now you're getting monthly recurring revenue. They're subscribing to your community. They're subscribing to a mentorship access. Now that you're a loyal fan, here's what I'm going to provide for you for a limited time. And then moving up to the inner circle. Inner circle is a universal term. What is that inner circle? It's direct access for you, only for people that have gone through one or more of these other steps, especially this one-on-one coaching. It's limited to the people that get it, and you're self-qualifying the people who are able to purchase this high-ticket option, because if they're willing to purchase these others, they're willing to purchase the top one. If someone who comes in here for free shows interest, you're going to have a high percentage of those people who are interested in purchasing an online course. And now when you're getting that monthly recurring revenue, that is the easiest level of growth, because if you have 100 people in and you're collecting $29 a month, for example, just money just coming in on autopilot and it's accumulating. And once those people are in, here's my high ticket offer from there. Maybe that's continued one-on-one. Maybe that's joining in on your mastermind. They needs to have an application side to it. It's limited to few. It could be an in-person 3-day event, for example, where you help them one-on-one. That is the big picture item. And then many times what people do after this is they have an even higher one on top of this to make the inner circle look affordable. Or it's just part of the offer stacking inside here. Yes, we do have this, but if you want, come to our 3-day event, you get this, you get this, you get this, you get this. And we're going to help you through this entire in-person training session for you and your company. And they go, okay, what does it cost? Well, if you want this, it's this price. But if you want this other piece, it's this big price. And they go, oh, well, I'm not willing to spend the most out of everything, but I'll take the middle tier, which is actually your high ticket. Now, last step in here is loyalty. How you can re-engage with the customer and show continued value so they love you forever. Is that the ultimate goal? Loyalty is golden, especially for you. So what does that look like? And what are some examples? So the only methods that work for creating high converting sales inside your loyalty stage are those back-end funnels. Are you providing additional opportunities for engagement that are only available for them to see and them to see only? Now, this could be, hey, front row seats to my next live event. You could come on stage to speak, exclusive access to all these people that could help grow your business. All those are additional continued sales because they've gotten the trust in you. As long as you're proving and showing value, why would they say no to want to continue that? Capturing testimonials and case studies from each client. Now that you've proven all these results, they purchased it. The goal is to get them to say, I'm willing to hop on a video to say, hey, I work with this person. Look what they did for me. They could do the same for you. This is the emotional feeling that they helped with me and put me through to achieve X results. And you can achieve the same. And continue to create higher ticket offers now that you have a loyal fan base that has seen the results that you provided. So another key quote, I should have put this at the very top. If it's working and if it's growing, and if there's a super high demand for it, anyone in the SaaS business knows this, increase the price. You can be able to continue to increase the price through these different offers because if the demand is there and the value is there and people are loving it, you increase the price and you're able to make loads more on the back end. And you always want to start at a lower price and work your way up because if you're at a high price and it doesn't sell, you could entirely burn that target audience because as soon as you start lowering your price, people then think, oh, they're discounting because it's cheap or it didn't work, or no one's buying it at that other price. It does a psychological trick to many. And here's one here, very popular, Tony Robbins. Here's this challenge, getting people in. This is that inner circle component. Now, as a whole, that was the entire breakdown here. So what's next? Now, if you're watching this, you have a full understanding of the different layers in building out your coaching funnel, what's needed, how it works, the offerings. There has to be a strategy that matches your offering. And this is why if you've tried before working with other plug and play templates to put in place and trying certain techniques to build awareness and get them through, and why it may not be working, it's because the marketing strategy behind it doesn't match the offers that you're proposing. And when you have the right value ladder offers in place, this is where a marketing agency that's done this for 600 plus different coaches, earning them significant revenue boosts. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to go down the journey of doing this yourself and figuring this out? Or you may say, this all looks great. I don't have the time to try and figure this out and hope that it works. And I'd rather have it done professionally and have your team do it right the first time and then monitor it so I can really focus on what I love doing, which is coaching and helping others, and is guaranteed to start converting. Keyword, guaranteed to start or increase your conversions. Now that I covered everything above, I only have one major question I want to ask, which is how much longer are you going to move forward in your coaching business, whether you're starting out from scratch, whether you're at $10,000 a month, or maybe you're at $5,000 a month, maybe you're $20,000 a month, and you're trying to hit that 6-figure mark. How much longer are you going to continue going, not getting the results that you desire? I hope you enjoyed everything that I talked about here today. And of course, lastly, if you liked what you learned here, I'd love for you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below of the key thing that you had interest in, or even if you have any questions, put them down below and I will quickly answer them I'll see you on the next video, how you can start getting the results that you ultimately desire. Have a fantastic day.